Hey everyone, welcome back to Mini Toy Adventures. My name is Dom, and today we are doing a comparison between the new 2022 Frankie Stein and the old 2010 Frankie Stein. And as you can see, I have all three of my Frankies on the table here. On the left here, we have the original Frankie Stein with my gold elastics, and then right here we have the Boo-riginal Creeproduction's Frankie Stein. And as you can see here also, I have the brand new 2022 Frankie Stein in Frankie's original outfit. Now I must point out here that this outfit does not normally fit on this new doll. I kind of altered it a little bit, and you can see it doesn't really close on the back, but I wanted to give everybody a side-by-side on how these two Frankies look together in the same outfit. And I want to know, which do you think wears it better? We have the new Frankie or the old Frankie? Let me know in the comments down below which one you like. But I did think it was a good idea to compare the body styles, so I'm gonna go ahead and get my Boo-riginal Creeproduction Frankie undressed, and I'm going to get the new 2022 Frankie undressed, and we will go ahead and check them out side by side. All right, so we have both Frankies here side by side, 2022 and the Boo-riginal Creeproduction. I'm not using the 2010 one for this, but they're the same. Basically, you can see there's a lot of differences happening here in the face. I mean, we have the same face style. It's similar. The eye colors are the same. We have a darker lip color on the older Frankie, and they both have that little stitch mark there on the cheek. But you can also see that new Frankie's ears are actually much larger than the original Frankie ears. If we just go ahead and pull her hair to the side, you can see that the ears are much different in size. And the earrings still fit between the two, so the ear holes are exactly the same there for the earrings, but the ears are much larger. You can actually just see it from the front view here, how much larger they are. Like I said, the eyes are going to be exactly the same in terms of the color, but the style of the eyes and the printing is definitely very different. Also, with the brows, we have a much thicker brow on the new Frankie versus the old Frankie, and this one appears to have a little eyebrow ring or eyebrow piercing, or it's just like a little staple mark because, you know, Frankie's kind of pieced together in that way. But when we move down here more, a lot of people in my last video said that the new Frankie doesn't have much of a neck, and the neck is definitely shorter on the new Frankie. But I think the outfit that Frankie was wearing was just a bit, had a bit of a high collar, which I think was a bad choice because it does make Frankie's neck look a lot shorter. We are missing the neck bolts now in the newer version of Frankie, and I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I know they would break off for a lot of people, and so I guess that's one less thing to worry about breaking or losing, but definitely between these two, I don't know. I want to know which one is your favorite down in the comments section. Now, as far as the hairstyles between these two go, or the hair type, I'm not the best judge of that, but I will say that in like just feeling it between these two, they definitely feel the same. So I'm gonna say that they're probably the same hair type between these two dolls. They definitely have that same feeling, the same like kind of silky soft feeling between the two, which I really do appreciate. But with all of that being said, now that we've taken a look at Frankie's head and hair and everything like that, let's go ahead and take a look at the bodies. So there's one thing that you can definitely notice between these two right here, and that is the articulation. The new Frankie has more articulation right there, right underneath the bust. So we do have torso articulation right there, which is great, and it's a ball joint, so we can move it kind of all the way around, which we did not have on the original Frankie, so I definitely do appreciate that. As far as the rest of the articulation goes between these two dolls, they're going to be pretty much exactly the same. They all have the same articulation at the elbow and the swivel at the elbow, just as we have here on the Boo-riginal Creeproductions Frankie, and that is basically where all of the differences between the two end is at that torso articulation, which is very welcomed. I mean, I'm definitely a big fan of having that because it just creates a lot more poses that can be available to this doll. Now we're moving further down the body. They both have the same ball joints in their hips right here. So we both have ball joints in their hips, the same exact ball joints going on there. But where that differs is with the original 2010 Frankie that we have here, we had elastics, and so you can see these gold elastics in here that are kind of keeping the tension on the legs. Definitely not something that was favorable by a lot of people. I mean, I know the elastics get worn out really easily. That's why I'm not using Frankie in this video, at least, because I just don't want to mess with my original Frankie, okay? But the ball joints are actually a much better option, so we have that between both of these. And as we move lower down the body here, you can see that we have a big difference in the legs. So Frankie right here, the 2022 Frankie has this prosthetic leg. I love to call it a bionic leg. It's just really cool looking. It's got this like futuristic look and feel to it, but we do also have some little icons and some writing on there. It says Frankie, and so that's pretty cool. Now, as far as the stitching goes throughout the body, you can see that things are pretty much the same. We have it on both the arms, we have it on the thigh right there, and then we have it on the lower leg. And now right here, we do not have that, but we have this, because we have the prosthetic leg, we have kind of this little section right here that kind of mimics the stitching and staples that are on the other Frankie. But outside of those differences, there's a lot that's the same between these two. Obviously, you can see that we have much more of a natural body type on the new Frankie versus the old Frankie, and I don't know, that's going to be a matter of opinion as to which one you prefer. I definitely like the proportions on the 2022 Frankie, but I do miss the thinner forearms right here, and because of that, like I said, I was able to get this new Frankie in old Frankie's outfit, but it took a little bit of alteration on the back, and I would not recommend you try it either. The shoes can kind of fit between these two. As you can see, I had to stretch it out a little bit in the back. If we put it on Frankie's foot here, let's go ahead and just shove the foot in there. You can see I can get, so from the front, I can get it in there and it looks fine, but from the back, you can see that it's sticking out a little bit. So the shoes and the outfits do not fit the brand new 2022 Frankie like they did on the old Frankie. Another thing I did want to point out is the difference in the hand pegs. As you can see on the original Frankie design, we have these really thin hand pegs versus the new Frankie design. They are much, much thicker, much, much bigger, so you can't actually use the hands from, let's say, old Frankie on new Frankie, and that's going to be, you know, some people are going to feel a certain way about that, but it's not a big deal to me, really. I just wanted to make sure I pointed out that there's a little bit of a difference there. And as far as the underwear patterns go, you can see we have kind of a basic pattern here versus this one is a little bit cooler. We have like spider webs going all around there, all around the backside, and you can see that we have the manufacturer info right there on the back as well. Pretty much in the same spot that we had it on the original Frankie. Another thing that I wanted to point out now that I have both of the Frankies fully dressed in their outfits, see how on the new Frankie the neck is like barely visible, and that's just due to that high collar right there. Like if you pull the collar down or you pull the shirt down a little bit, you can see more of a neck, but it just naturally wants to sit up like that, giving it a look like it has no neck. Like Frankie like literally has like a stubby neck, which is a far different look from the older original Frankie that has the low sitting collar, the flat collar, where you can see the neck bolts and everything. So I definitely think that that makes a difference. Now as far as the head shape goes and the body shape, I mean, that's really going to be a personal preference. I personally like the new Frankie. I can't say I like it better than the old Frankie, but it's definitely growing on me, and I'm pretty happy about the whole launch with all of the new Monster High dolls that's coming up. I'm pretty much a fan of both Frankies, but if I had to pick just one, I think obviously I would probably have to go with the original Frankie, but new Frankie is definitely growing on me, and I'd love to know your thoughts about either Frankie, 2022 versus 2010, down in the comments section below. I just wanted to give you a quick comparison. I had a lot of people asking questions about things that I hopefully have answered for you in this video, and if I have not, be sure to give me a follow on Instagram and shoot me a DM over there. I'll be posting different answers and stuff to questions on my stories, so be sure to do that. And if you're new around here to the channel, please feel free to subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can be notified when new videos like this drop in the near future. I really do appreciate all the support, everyone. It means the absolute world to me that you would hang out with me just for a little bit of time as we check out the new Frankie and the old Frankie together. Let's not forget about give a hand for a special appearance, a little round of applause for my 2010 original Frankie here. Yeah, I really do appreciate everybody though hanging out with me. It means the world to me. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, this has been Mini Toy Adventures. My name is Dom, and I'll see you later. Bye.